County and the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department to feature fugitives who are, let's be honest, making us all a little unsafe out on our street, a little less safe. They are facing serious charges. They should be in front of a judge, not on our streets. Let's welcome in, as we do every week, Detective Red Dyer. Red, how are you today?
Excellent, Dan. How about you?
It's good to have you back for another week. This program continues to work. We know this, whether it's directly or indirectly, there's about a 70% capture rate of the individuals that are featured on Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. And so it makes sense for us to keep this partnership going. Why do you folks work with Channel 19 every week?
Well, Dan, as we discuss every week, we at Crime Stoppers recognize the value in the eyes and ears of our community. It gives the people in the community a chance to help clean up their streets, get justice for these victims, and it opens up the potential for them to get a potential reward, which we'll get into a little later.
And we can't forget about the victims, whether it's a domestic violence case, whether it's an attempted murder or a murder case. There are individuals out there who need and want and demand justice, and that's part of what we're doing here. Detective, let's get to our first case this week. Darryl Cook, what do we know?
Well, Dan, in 1998, Darryl Cook pled guilty to rape and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. According to the sex offender registry, the victim was under 12 years of age. As noted in his post-release controls, he's mandated to register with the Sheriff's Department and has failed to do so, so a warrant was issued for his arrest. He has a tattoo on his right forearm that reads, Fat Cook, maybe potentially a moniker he could be going by. He is 5'8" and 280 pounds and was last known to be staying in the 19,000 block of Euclid Ave in the city of Euclid.
We see it all the time, Red, when fugitives have tattoos. Makes them pretty easy to spot. If that's your nickname, Fat Cook, and you've got a tattoo of it, that might be the tip people need, or the indication people need to see to turn this guy in. Let's get to our second and final case of the week. What do we know about Amy Bohannan?
Well, Dan, what we know is Miss Bohannan has 2 warrants with the Sheriff's Department. In one case, she had a knife and was stabbing a table as well as threatening to stab the victim. She also allegedly threatened to release a violent dog on the victim. The victim sustained injury to their hands while trying to subdue her. So we're talking about a very scary situation here. She's also wanted in a second case for possession of cocaine. It's approximately 5'1" and 120 pounds and was last known to be staying in the 5500 block of Northcliffe Avenue in the city of Brooklyn.
Stabbing a table repeatedly. I'm not sure what the table did to deserve that, but the victim doesn't deserve to have their hands stabbed or cut while trying to subdue her either. Detective, people don't want to be, and I hate that phrase, snitches get stitches. That's not what this is about. This is about keeping your family safe. This is about keeping your neighborhood a little bit safer from the next time somebody decides to stab a table and a victim. This is why the program works. Explain why somebody shouldn't fear having their name written down in some file, having some court proceeding read, where this is the tip call that came in.
Well, Dan, as we discuss every week, at Crime Stoppers, we don't record the phone calls. We don't take down any of your personal identifying information. All contact you have through us is referenced through an anonymous tip number that we provide to you, so your information is never exchanged.
And you think about that that tip number, it's almost like a tracking number when you see your FedEx package or your Amazon package and you're tracking it along the way. That's how you're referenced here. You call back in 45 days later, give them your tracking number, and see if your tip led to that arrest. Detective Red Dyer, when we start talking of up to a $5,000 reward, what do you like to remind everyone?
That crime doesn't pay, but Crime Stoppers does.
Crime Stoppers does. The women and men of our law enforcement, whether it's Cuyahoga County, Summit, Lake, Stark, we've got a lot of detectives out there, a lot of warrant units that would like some of these tips to come in. Detective, thanks for joining us yet again this week. Let's go get them.
Thank you for having me.
Certainly appreciate it. That's going to wrap up Cuyahoga's Most Wanted this week. Again, it is a very simple anonymous tip call, 216-252-7463. That goes directly to Crime Stoppers of Cuyahoga County and gets you eligible for that reward. Our 11 o'clock news just about 20 minutes away on CW 43 or 1943. And then our noon news on Channel 19 coming up after that. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital platforms. Otherwise, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media @Cleveland.